Africa really showed me how strong I can be. I had just become so afraid to really go out and try things. Going to Africa gave me a chance to really just reevaluate my life. After 7 weeks in Africa, I could truly say I'm more confident. I mean, I just feel like I can handle anything after that experience. I would have never thought I could have done all those things, you know, the quad biking and surfing and all that stuff before. I'd be like, oh no, you know, I don't want to, you know, get hurt. But now, now I'm not afraid to really go out and do stuff. I used to do long distance cycling before I had kids, and so since I returned, I decided I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to get out there on that bike. I do keep in touch with several of the moms. Davy W's daughter and my daughter, they're the same age and have the same interests. Both their moms went to Africa. I caught my daughter sending an email saying, oh, are you excited about this show starting? And I just thought that was so cute that she was reaching out to another child who can relate. Something that I'll never forget was we met this girl at the orphanage feeding center, and she was there and she was so sweet, and her and I kind of bonded, and she kind of stuck to me the whole rest of the day, and I don't know, she won my heart. We traveled to a house to meet a woman who was dying from AIDS. It was her mom. Man, that was brutal. To actually see this little girl and know that she's going to be an orphan. I am trying to do everything I can for the Keep a Child Alive charity. They work to provide antiretroviral drugs to children and families with AIDS, because there are so many people in Africa that would live if they could just have access to the medicine. I just feel such a strong emotional connection to it that it really motivates me. So that's why I set up a website. I'm trying to raise money for Keep a Child Alive with some of my images from the trip. Since getting back, I definitely am not as overprotective of my kids, and I'm allowing my son to play football, which I would have never done before Africa because that would just be too dangerous. My family back in California, they love me now. They're like, yay, we got the old Adrienne back. Whenever I feel a challenge, I just remind myself I survived 7 weeks in Africa with the Travel Channel, so I can pretty much handle anything now.
I would say since returning from Africa, everything has changed in my life because I have changed. I'll never be the same person I was before I left, and I definitely can say that I changed for the better. I have much more confidence in my ability to seek out adventures, seek out challenges. Instead of traveling to a hotel and being pampered like I typically would have done, I have more of a desire to travel and actually see what the culture is all about. The trip to Africa inspired me to do anything that I could think of that I could do to help. So Amy W., Adrienne, and I brainstormed and decided that we wanted to help raise money for a great charity called Keep a Child Alive. And we created this bracelet. You see it's red to represent the AIDS epidemic, and then a pearl, which represents a child. So it's the Keep a Child Alive bracelet, and all the proceeds go to the Keep a Child Alive charity. I feel that I can make a difference. One family can make a difference to help other families in Africa. You don't need millions of dollars to help somebody. And that was something I didn't really understand until I went and saw how much difference one person can make. I find myself reading and learning a lot more about Africa. Going there and seeing what I saw was like the tip of the iceberg for me. I want to read more, learn more. I think when I first got back, it was culture shock for me. I feel like I just landed back in my old life and I didn't know what to do anymore. My husband had the daily routine down to a perfect science where I felt like I was in the way. I felt like I was having an out-of-body experience because I didn't know how my family functioned anymore. I felt like a stranger in my own family, and it was really hard to come back. As a mother, being away from your kids, and my kids were so young when I left, I just really, really appreciate every second that I spend with them. I will return to Africa someday with my children and my husband. I want to show them some of the places where we were, but I'd also like to go to places we weren't able to go. Let them experience Africa for themselves rather than just through my stories. it's going to enrich their lives forever. So it's life-changing. I'm so glad that I went.
Since I've been back from Africa, a lot of exciting things have been happening to me, and I've booked 2 national commercials, and I'm also hosting an entertainment show for a local network. What Africa has done for me spiritually and emotionally is that now when I drive through poverty areas, it just reminds me, and it takes me back to Africa, and it just really makes me sad. A lot of the people here have so many things that people back in Africa don't have, and so I'm just constantly reminding my son, don't take things for granted. You know, if you put food away, eat it the next day. Don't just throw food out. There's this one thing that I thought I'd never try since I've been in Africa, but I did. My friends invited me to go on their small little plane, and I was just like jittery, and I didn't want to do it. I really didn't, because I was like, I swear I'm gonna throw up. I've already done this in Africa and I don't want to do it again. But they convinced me, and I did, and I didn't throw up. So there you go. The most memorable thing for me when I was in Africa was this little 15-year-old Petronella stole my heart. I don't ever stop thinking about her, and I miss her dearly. And what happened out there is that we weren't able to stay with her, so she was upset with us the next day. I poured my eyes out and cried, and I wish I really made more of an effort to get Petronella to stay with us at the hotel when we couldn't stay with her. Till this day, it just bugs me because I really wish that she could have stayed with us at the hotel. I keep in touch with Petronella. I send her care packages, clothes, shoes, books. I keep in touch with Amy O, Tammy, Adrienne, Amy W, Pat once in a while, via email. And as a matter of fact, when I went to Chicago, Amy O actually drove 2 hours to come and hang out with me on my day off. It was really awesome. What I miss most about my trip is having my days planned out. I don't have to worry about anything. I mean, there was not one thing I had to worry about when I was in Africa. They did everything for us. I definitely am going to return to Africa. Once my family and myself can save some money to go there, we definitely want to go. I don't shut up talking about Africa constantly to my family. I definitely feel rejuvenated from this trip, and it feels like it's just brought me good luck.
What I learned in Africa is that Black Africans do not view Black Americans as being African American. They accept everyone.
Yeah, this is the symbol of the chief.
My roots may be somewhere here, but everybody's roots are here.
All right, can we have everyone's attention, please? Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed Africa. We've been with you for 44 days now, and we really appreciate your visit to Africa. Please go and tell your friends, go and tell your families, your relatives, neighbors. Come to Africa. We really love you and we rely upon you. We need your support. I hope we'll see you next time.
Give me one more chalala.
Okay,
Yeah,
chalalala.
Chalalala.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
We couldn't do it without you.
Oh.
You were fabulous. And Lennon. And we love Lennon too. Take good care of him for us.
Much.